Nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent.
And here we go.
Would you let go of my wheel? Hey, come on! Hey, watch it!
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome, everyone, in the wonderful multiverse that it is YouTube, the website. And today, this is going to be a short stream. We're only going to go for like an hour, but you guys notice that the title, the thumbnail, there's no topics. There's nothing. So really, this is going to be a fun stream. We're going to really just talk whatever, really. And it's funny because when I was putting the thumbnail, I didn't know what to put. So all I did was I literally just found the first image on my gallery and then put my logo on it, and then I just rolled with it. But
you can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. He won't.
All right, let's get to some of the chat. We have Average Man on the internet. He says Morbius moment. Always glad to have Average Man on the internet here, man. He's such a great guy. I love having him here. Thank you for being here, man. And then Always Remember says, what are we going to talk about? Really anything. Anything that's happening. Anything that's happening right now. Whatever, really. Yeah, I said I have no topics. And then Average Man on the internet says, bro, the song used to be overrated. Now it's so underrated. Yeah, the song that I play in the very beginning, Seven Nation Army, that song used to be overused a lot, but now it's not as used as much. But yeah, it is what it is. And we have Belle Reeve Unlimited says, yo, what's up, Belle? How are you doing? And we have Ashley the Widow saying, the biggest Morbius stan we have on the chat. I'm just kidding. Better Call Sauce. Yeah. Where was it? Oh, and Always Remember says, Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Always remember. I want to know how I start off this morning. So I have this tradition where, so usually I rewatch movies a lot, whether it's like icons like Godfather, Scarface, all these other great classics. But I have two specific movies I specifically watch on a specific day every year. One of them is Die Hard on Christmas Day, and the other is Independence Day every Memorial Day. Uh, yeah, I watched Independence Day this morning, and it was nice. But it is what it is. Where was I? Like the stream? Yes, please. I do ask everyone to smash the like button and help support the channel in every way that you can. And even if you hate me, I'll appreciate the thumbs up. But anyways, and also Average Man says he already did it 10 minutes ago. Thank you, Average Man. And then says, I thought maybe you watched Better Call Saul. I actually spent the last night, yesterday, I was watching the finale of Breaking Bad again. I love the ending of Breaking Bad. I mean, the only reason why I'm avoiding the last season of Better Call Saul is because I actually don't want to wait per week for episode. I'm just literally going, like, I'm just waiting for it to end so that way I can watch that season completely. Just because sometimes I get impatient, and not only that, but I was rewatching Breaking Bad the last 2 weeks, last 2 or 3 ish weeks. Oh man, that Breaking Bad finale! I'll say the last 3 episodes of Breaking Bad are some of the greatest television episodes I've ever seen in my entire life. But yeah, I love Better Call Saul too. I think it's a fantastic show. I just don't think it's at the level of Breaking Bad. Average Mountaineer says, "I guys, I need to admit something. Dot dot dot. I never saw Morbius. I have no clue of what's going on. All I know is that I love Morbius, Milo Dance, Morb, and more bad." What, Average Man? Excuse me, Average Man, you've not seen Morbius? Wow, man. Banish him, send him to the reject. I'm just kidding. I love you, Average Man. Yeah, most people didn't watch Morbius. I don't know that many people that ever saw Morbius, but yeah, I did watch it. I didn't want to waste $8 on a ticket. I'll probably watch it on Apple TV Plus. It's fine. It's fine. At the end of the day, when it comes to movies, at the end of the day, the people at fault are the trailer people, marketing, promotion, all that. At the end of the day, it's their job to get you wanting to go to the theater, and if they couldn't do that, that is their fault. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's completely fun. Like, for example, I didn't watch Bob's Burger the movie this weekend. I only watched Top Gun Maverick. Um, by the way, I love Top Gun Maverick. I actually think it's better than the original. I don't know if that's a hot take because I'm actually seeing a lot of people saying the same thing, but yeah, that's just my take. And then also Average Millionaire, it says, "I'm a war criminal." No, I'm just kidding. Ashley says low, but yeah, yeah. Today is Memorial Day. It is Monday. Monday. What time is it right now? 3:51 p.m. So yeah, we're just gonna be here, have fun, maybe even bring up Breaking Bad. Also, I literally started off the intro. Let me play the clip again.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent.
We can't forget that it is also morbing time. It's the thing. It's not just morbing time now or tomorrow. It is always morbing time. Actually, the doctor diagnosed me with morbiously obese. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Man, I love the doctor. I'm just kidding. Isaac, have you seen what I posted on your Boba Fett video? I haven't actually been able to see the comments for that video, but yeah, I haven't seen the comments yet. But I did talk about Tamora Morrison and how there's that a lot of people fat shaming him, and I kind of went in depth as to my thoughts on like um yeah. Then Ashley says, "Love that clip." Of course, it's Better Call Saul. Morbiously a beast.
So have you ever done DMT?
All right, but now I gotta tell people to smash the like button. So I have this clip for y'all.
Attention.
Dang it, it's not. It won't let me play it. But anyways, what's the chat saying? That's okay. I can just copy and paste it here. If you want, I can go check right now on the YouTube app and see. I can go check right now the comments. I don't feel like it, but but yeah, how are y'all doing this Monday? I know most people aren't working right now. Memorial Day, it's Monday. This is the finale of everyone's 3-day weekend. To me, it's the first time I've had a 2-day weekend in forever. But yeah, yeah. So what y'all up to? Star Wars Celebration's over. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. The best moment of this weekend to me was watching Top Gun Maverick, which to me is a phenomenal movie. It's a great movie. It's honestly amazing. I'm not like the biggest Tom Cruise fan. Like I love some of his classics, like Risky Business, the Mission Impossible movies. But I wasn't like all that excited for Top Gun Maverick, even though I am a fan of the original Top Gun. But I gotta admit, that movie, that movie really, that movie really exceeded all expectations I expected. And also, average. Here's the copy and paste. By the way, I want to thank Average Man for copy and pasting, sending me my. I actually am someone I don't honestly care about views or likes or anything. What my favorite thing about YouTube is reading comments because it feels more like you are like you're it feels like you're actually talking to someone else, and I like that, and I want to thank everyone who's who's been here on the channel supporting us, whether it's leaving a comment, smashing the like button, or whatever. I want to thank you guys for making this channel grow because at the end of the day, the only reason why this channel is growing is not because of me, but it is because of you wonderful people always taking the time out of your day to support me. But let's read the comment. Average man. Oh, let me give some context because some people watching this may not know what this is. So, before I read the rest of this comment, before I read this comment, so I made a video last night and I uploaded it this morning about Tamora Morrison. So when the Book of Boba, or not even when the Book of Boba Fett series came out, it was around when the Mandalorian season 2 episode where Boba Fett shows up. We did see Tamora Morrison in the Boba Fett suit, and he did look a little chubbier than what the original Boba Fett looked like in the original trilogy. And we all know Boba Fett is one of the most iconic characters in the Star Wars original trilogy, a man of very few words, the galaxy's greatest bounty hunter, and so I made the video. So Tamora Morrison yesterday at Star Wars Celebration was talking about how he was labeled Boba Fett, and I like how he was talking about it. Like he was kind of joking around. He was saying that he's doing more crunches. He's working out much more. He's gonna just drink much less beer and all that. And I like how he played out. Tamora Morrison seems like such a good guy to hang out with, and so that was, I believe, the first time Tamora Morrison ever brought up that because there was that label of Boba Fett. But this, and look, I don't care about anyone's weight really. I'm somebody who doesn't really care. Uh, but then I brought up this idea because we also have to think about weight and with certain characters. And I brought up in the video that there are certain characters that do require a certain weight. Like for example, the Batman needs to be in a certain needs to be at least lean, needs to be in lean physique or at least good physical condition. And this isn't being fat phobic or anything. This is just more saying that certain characters, it makes no sense to make them, like for example, having a morbidly obese Superman wouldn't make sense. And also we got Derpy Gaming in the chat. What's up, man? But so I brought up in the video that I understand why some people, I don't understand bullying and harassing. I've always said this. Bullying, harassing anyone really, whether it's celebrities, whether it's people. I've always said spread positivity. Even if, let's say you're a fan and you didn't like a certain character's performance. Let's say, I don't know, you watched a movie and freaking let's think of an actor, Bryan Cranston. Let's say Bryan Cranston delivered a bad performance. Well, you just criticize. You just put out a video or a tweet or wherever you like posting and just say, "Hey, look, I don't like his specific performance. I don't think he's right for the role and all that." Just put that out. That's fine. What I don't like is when people harass. Like, and Tamora Morrison was getting a lot of comments saying how, oh, you're fat, you're not meant to be able to fit. And so I said, I don't believe in harassment, but uh, I did say I understand people finding it weird that we got a chubbier Boba Fett, a Boba Fett that's not really in good condition or good shape. I mean, and I understood it, and I did say in the video that hey, certain characters need to fit a certain tip physical condition. And again, I'm a fat person myself. I'm pretty chubby. I'm morbidly obese. I'm just kidding. I'm not obese. But I am pretty big. I have a double chin. Uh, and so yeah, that's what I was kind of saying. So I myself didn't really care because Boba Fett didn't really like Tamora Morrison didn't really look all that chubby. I mean, yes, it's noticeable compared to the original Boba Fett, but I didn't really see it as that much of a thing, especially because, he actually looks pretty strong too. Like it's not just that he looks chubby, he also looks pretty strong. So honestly, I was fine with it. But I did say in the video that I understand people. Like for example, I remember when Robert Pattinson 2 years ago made those comments saying that, you don't need to work out if you're Batman. And obviously he was just joking around. But I remember at the time I didn't know it was a joke. And then I did say, hey, if you're gonna play a character such as Batman, you do need to fit a certain physical requirement. And then I also brought up that Vin Diesel. That's the reason. One of the reasons why Justin Lin left is because Vin Diesel wasn't taking it serious. Uh, Vin Diesel, Vin Diesel came in bad condition, and so yeah. So now that I got the context, now let me read his average man on the internet's comment. He says, "Really disagree. Boba Fett is literally getting older. So imagine a super skinny old guy with scars on his head. Um, that that just doesn't work. Also, if you're an actor, you don't really have to be fat or skinny. It depends the character you're playing. So I disagree with you saying you don't do the job if you're overweight. Oh yeah, and also I did say that if well, that's what I'm not saying. What I'm saying is if a certain character does need to be a certain shape and the actor is in that certain shape, then you can't do the job. It's again like for example, if you're playing a character who's supposed to be I don't know really skinny, but the person playing it clearly isn't skinny, is a little not. I'm not saying fat, but I'm saying more like a little overweight, then that would cause confusion. And also, we have to remember Boba Fett. There isn't that much time that takes place. This is after Return of the Jedi. Not only that, but remember he was being starved. He was dehydrated. He was all that when he was with the crap. Why am I forgetting the what are those masked those guys in a Book of Boba Fett we've seen in Star. Why am I forgetting their names? I don't know. Uh, and I do. And look, again, I don't believe in harassing him. Obviously, Tamora Morrison's a great actor. And look, he's not even like in bad shape. He's actually in pretty good condition to me. He looks healthy. He looks healthy. He seems like an attractive man. Um, but I do understand that if you are playing a certain condition, you do need to be a certain weight. And I'll say this, I do think weight is one of the least important things. To me, performance and everything else comes over that. Weight is more of an extra add-on, but it is what it is. Um Hold up. Let me actually read Dark Scipio's comments. Dark Scipio says Isaac Pattinson without his bad suit looked sick. He looked like a heroin addict. He didn't work out at all. Did we see? No. He looked like he was. I mean, he didn't look as good as like Christian Bale or Ben Affleck, but he looked much better than Michael Keaton. He didn't seem skinny at all. Let's actually bring that up. Let's see. Robert Pattinson, shirtless Batman. I want to clarify that I am a straight heterosexual man, so okay, let's see. I have some images here that I'm gonna pull up. Uh, okay, here's one image right here. Let's share screen. Where is it? There we go. Is it on screen right now? Wait, why is it not on screen? Oh wait, it's because there we go. Okay. So yeah, look, you're right here. You're seeing a formation of a six pack right here. And then he has muscles here. This does not look unhealthy. I mean, let's not deny it. His look, his hair, the way he's looking at everything, he doesn't look like he's happy. He does clearly look like he's depressed. But oh crap, hold up. Okay, so now that you saw that looked like a healthy guy. That looked like a healthy guy. That seems like a guy in good physical condition. I don't know how. Like he looks like he worked out. Like if he didn't work out, then that just means Pattinson's in good condition. But they did say that Pattinson did work out for this. And even during the pandemic, there was like images of Pattinson like running around, going on his morning jogs. He looked like if we're looking physically, Pattinson looks attractive. There's even a formation of a six pack. There's clearly muscle there. Again, he doesn't look as buff as, of course, a Ben Affleck or Christian Bale, but that's pretty good condition. Like that's the to me his body shape that looks like somebody I do not want to get angry. Obviously, not just because he's Batman, but because he actually looks. I mean, again, the face, his sadness, his hair, everything. I can understand that, but body wise, that looked good condition. I don't know. I understand where you're coming from, but I disagree with that. Now let's go back to the earlier comments. I am massive headache at the moment. But I have a headache every 3 weeks. I did have a headache like last week, which is why I haven't been streaming as much. Um, and then average amount of unit says plus he's a clone. Maybe he has altered genes since Django altered Boba's DNA, so he wasn't like other clones. I don't know, man. I don't know. And again, this is coming from someone who thinks Tamora Morrison didn't look that fat. Like it looked like he had some muscle too. Like that's what I think. Even in my earlier videos, when I first reviewed Book of Boba Fett, I did say that Tamora looks like he has a bit of muscle. He has a bit of muscle. And again, I'm not. Again, I still want Tamora Morrison to play Boba Fett, even if it is the current physical condition. And again, I don't really care about weight that much. I'm just saying that I do care once it is supposed to be in the DNA of the character. Um, it also means whatever. Like for example, if we have a story of a Superman who's retired and he's fat, I'm fine with that. Like for example, Fat Thor. I was fine with Fat Thor. That's actually a good example. I was fine with Fat Thor because they explained that within the last 5 years, he's not been motivated. He's been depressed. He's been laying out in his home, drinking alcohol and not caring anymore. That made sense. That I understood. But we had that same, like, let's say Chris Hemsworth got to that weight. I got to that weight. And it was for like a movie like Thor Love and Thunder, or Thor Ragnarok, where Thor is active. Thor is supposed to be fighting. That's where I would be a little confused. I mean, look, even Zeus, Russell Crowe, uh, Russell Crowe's Zeus is clearly chubby, and I honestly didn't mind that because it clearly seems like that's a retired version of Zeus. So I don't really care about weight, but if it is for that character, I understand. But if it is like if it's in the DNA of the character, I do think an actor does require to be in that physical condition. Like again, Vin Diesel. I understood why Justin Lin left because Vin Diesel clearly wasn't taking things seriously, and one of them was not getting in shape. And of course, I mean, we know the character of Dominic Toretto does like some of the most humanly impossible things ever. Uh, but yeah, it is what it is. Always remembers in the chat. What's up, always remember? He says, I have no problem with the weight of Boba Fett. The problem is the story of Boba Fett. By the way, I want to say this. I don't really care much about Boba Fett's weight, but I understand when people do draw concerns about it. But anyways, they seriously did stupid things like putting more than half of Mandalorian episodes in Boba Fett show. I agree. I was reviewing every episode throughout the spam of the 6-7 episodes that there were. And one of my complaints was that episodes 5 and 6, Boba Fett only shows up for a couple of seconds. That frustrated me a lot. That annoyed me because it's a series called Book of Boba Fett. I understand if we do cut around and see Mando and we see Grogu, but you do need to put more Boba Fett because again, the show is about Boba Fett. We can't go 2 entire episodes where he only shows up for like 2 seconds. Literally, when we were watching episode 6 or episode 5, I believe it was. I don't remember. It was the second episode in the row where it was a Mando episode. And I remember I genuinely was like, wait, hold up. If I was watching only those 2 episodes, if I was only watching those 2 episodes, I probably would have thought it was a Mando series, honestly. But yeah, Book of Boba Fett. I thought Book of Boba Fett was decent. It definitely disappointed. I was looking very forward to it because it felt like a Godfather-esque kind of story, but I was ultimately disappointed. One of my problems was it was way too slow. They took too long in scenes that needed to be much shortened. The final episode was really poorly done. I won't even. I mean, I'll admit there's some cool things. Like I like seeing Boba Fett and Mando fight together. I thought that was cool. Seeing Boba Fett hanging out with the crap. Why am I forgetting their names? The little crew. I don't know. I like that. But there's like the Vespa gang, the Vespa Espa gangs, the Vespa gang, those bikers. I found that stupid, especially how slow they went. And I was wondering, holy crap, you're in a planet called Tatooine where people can barely even find water. And yet you have these nice robotic particles, you have these nice scooters, and you complain about being poor. That I found stupid too. And also, I felt like Boba Fett was severely weak. Like it didn't feel like he was weak. And also, another thing I found stupid was when Boba Fett went back to look for his armor in the Starlight Pit. I genuinely think that was the stupidest thing ever because Boba Fett knew very well that when he escaped the Starlight Pit, he was taken by them and they took his armor. So he knew that it was obviously not there. Not only that, but he knows that the damn Starlight Pit can kill him. That he knows that it can kill him. He knows that it can eat him alive. He was literally there. He knows what it's like to be there. Why is he going back and putting his ship all the way in? Or not all the way in, but almost in. Like, I found that stupid. But it is what it is. As a prequel generation, I want to learn about Boba Fett and Boba Fett show, not effing Mandalorian. And look, I understood if they showed Mandalorian. I mean, I'm fine with that. And even if it's like half of the episode or even like 70% of the episode being Mando, I understand that. And I love those episodes. Bryce Dallas Howard is a great director. But to me, it just didn't fit because I remember for the second episode in a row, I genuinely was like, wait, is this even a Boba Fett series? And it also felt like we didn't get anywhere. It felt like the show took a span of like 2 days, and I never felt the consequences. I never felt fear. Not only that, but why is Boba Fett taking off his helmet? Like, I don't mind taking off the helmet, but why is he if he's this bounty hunter, if he cares so much about being Boba Fett, why is he wearing it? Why does he keep taking it off so much? Even during battle, he takes it off. Like, even during battle. I'm sorry. And I know they're trying to show a lot of Tamora Morrison's face and all that, but still, it felt like sometimes it just felt like they forgot who this didn't feel like that Boba Fett we had in the original trilogy. And I'm fine if there was character growth or anything like that, but I never felt any character growth. It felt like it was just random misplaced out of nowhere. And that's what my little rant about Book of Boba Fett. But I still thought it was decent. I thought it was mediocre at best, really. But I didn't think it was all that bad. But yeah, it definitely needed an improvement. And I'm really hoping that season 2 of Book of Boba Fett is far, far better. But yeah, it is what it is. The only thing I can say about the photos is that if the film was delayed, a man can lose almost all muscle mass gained in 3-4 months if you don't keep working out. I mean, that is true. That is true. And I am someone who's gone through many weight transformations. Like, I've been skinny, I've been in lean condition, and I've also been fat. I've been in a lot. So I know kind of what it's like to try to maintain weight. I've done a lot of diets in the past and all that. Yeah, I would actually like to talk about that one day because I have had multiple like weight transformations and all that. Something that you guys don't really see much on the channel because I don't really talk much about my personal stuff like that. But yeah, but I mean, talking about Batman, Robert Pattinson specifically, he seemed like he was in good condition the entire movie. But it is what it is. All right. I was just drinking water. Average man on the internet says, I agree the Star Wars community is pretty toxic, especially the sequel trilogy. Or I think you mean during the sequel trilogy. Clone Wars and the 500 first fan. Yeah, the Star Wars fandom can be pretty toxic. It's obviously when you think about the worst movie talk YouTubers, they all tend to be Star Wars YouTubers or YouTubers that gained a lot of popularity during The Last Jedi. Of course, Geeks and Gamers, Mega Random, Nerdrotic, Healy versus Babyface, all these morons on YouTube. They all stem from The Last Jedi hate. And look, I don't really care if anyone hates movies. I mean, I don't care if anyone hates any movie, even if it's my favorite movies. But at the end of the day, I didn't like what they did. And I do think a lot of that has caused problems within the Star Wars fandom. And it's gone so bad that even some directors have said they don't even want to be involved with Star Wars because of how much harassment you get. I mean, I don't think Ryan Johnson deserved as much hate as he did. I mean, look, I'll admit Ryan Johnson responded poorly, but there's so many people starting to diminish him. I remember even one time going through his I think it was his Twitter, and somebody put a comment saying, I hope you die or something like that. And I was like, really? Why do you got to be that way? I don't know. Oh, my bad. I just sent a message. Where was I? Dark Scipio says the dumbest thing is Boba Fett went into the Sarlacc pit. I said Scarlet Pit, my bad. Sarlacc pit skinny and came out a fat ass. Oh, wait, when you were talking about this, you were talking about Boba Fett. Yeah, and again, I'm not somebody who thinks Boba Fett looked all that bad. Like, in fact, I think he looks like he had a bit of muscle. He looked like he had a bit of muscle. But I understand some people having concerns. That's kind of what I was saying in that video. You guys know what people call it differently. Mandalorian season 2.5 Yeah, I agree. And also, people who only watch Mandalorian, I mean, most people who watch Mandalorian watch Book of Boba Fett, but for those people who didn't bother watching Book of Boba Fett, they're probably gonna watch the beginning of season 3 and wonder, wait, why is Grogu with Mando? Although there's probably gonna be a recap, but it's still like, you know. Also, that's something I feel like should have been saved for a Mando episode. Have Grogu and Mando unite again in the Mandalorian series. I don't know. That was a little frustrating, but especially because it felt like it wasn't that long ago that we had that iconic ending with Luke Skywalker getting Grogu, and yeah, I remember when fans loved that scene, man. I think that was the best the Star Wars fandom had been in over years, man, and over years. I personally think Dengar should have helped Boba escape the Sarlacc. Why am I keep saying Scarlac? Sarlacc. Sarlacc, like in Legends. I'm actually fine with what they did with him exiting on his own and then passing out. But I understand what you mean. I mean, we can see Mandalorian season 3 of his show. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with seeing Mando in Book of Boba Fett. I just didn't like that for 2 entire episodes. It was Mando the show, and it wasn't Book of Boba Fett. And the bigger problem I have, look, if the Boba Fett series had been like 10 episodes, 12 episodes, I would have been fine with 2 episodes dedicated to Mando. But again, the series was only like 6 or 7 episodes short. It was a short series, and when you take 2 episodes entirely where Boba Fett only shows up for a couple seconds, then that to me pisses me off. Isaac has become a fitness channel. Yeah, I am working on my weight loss right now. Like I am trying to go back into a lean condition. I've been working out for the last week. I'm on a water diet right now. So I am trying to work out. I will say once I lose a lot of weight, I'm gonna put like images on my other YouTube channel, Better Call Isaac, which is gonna be much more personal. Over here, it's gonna be movies, but over there, it's gonna be uh, more personal stuff. But yeah, I might do something like that. I would like to do that. But yeah, I've not actually checked how much weight I've lost this week. I mean, I feel like good. I feel good. Um, but yeah. Quick question: is the Germany y'all are talking about Jeremy Johns? Oh no. Jeremy Johns has nothing to do with this. We're talking about Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and we can also include Jeremy from the Quartering. Yeah, I probably should say their YouTube names. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry for the confusion. But yeah, Jeremy Johns doesn't talk about stuff like that. So no worries about that. I could give you a quick rundown of the lore. So Geeks and Gamers is this channel created by Jeremy Griggs. By the way, I apologize because yesterday, my friend Chris, Bipolar Nobody, he's an awesome guy. He didn't give a good rundown. He kind of just quickly said one thing and then finish it. But so Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers started off his channel kind of just fun nerdy stuff, talking with fellow movie fans, specifically Star Wars. You can always see in his videos he's always wearing a Star Wars cap. But around the time when The Last Jedi came out, it was around the time when, so we also have to remember that a lot of this also stems from politics. And around 2017, 2018, or even before 2016, but it mainly hit the peak at 2017, they were starting to become more normalization. So feminism was something that was becoming major. A lot of movies were starting to show more feminism, starting to show more stuff like that. And we also have to remember that this all involves with. I do think a lot of this stems when Donald Trump became president because it was the first time many people had become political. Because like before then, it was normal for people not to be political. After Trump, and I'm not telling anyone who to support. I'm just kind of giving you a rundown. Around that time, it became more popular to be more political because there are people who had never gone in politics who now are really caring about politics and all that. And so around the time The Last Jedi came out, this was at the peak where people were saying that SJWs and feminism are taking over movies and that they're forcing forced diversity. And The Last Jedi kind of became a peak of that because in The Last Jedi, they do kill off an iconic character like Luke Skywalker. A lot of people didn't like how Luke was kind of seen as a hermit. And again, I'm not saying what you should and shouldn't believe. This is kind of what I'm giving you a rundown. There's a lot of hatred. And not only that, but there's also a lot behind the scenes. Like Ryan Johnson was arguing with fans on Twitter. And a lot of people took that as a spit towards Star Wars fandom. And we also have to remember that this is a Star Wars that no longer is under the leadership of George Lucas. This was a Star Wars that no longer was under the man who created Star Wars. And also we got Antonio and Strange Marvel Theories in the chat. What's up? And also, sorry about this, Antonio, but I'm just recapping for Average Man. But So around the time Last Jedi came out, there was also feminism and all that, and people were saying that the Last Jedi was kind of trying to show female power rather than a good story. And then that's when it became this false notion of femininity is bad, feminism is bad in movies, promoting it. And now, ever since that time period, what's happened is a lot of times when there's strong female characters, people see it as a political message. And so Geeks and Gamers kind of popularized, or well, no, they didn't popularize it, but they did hit their peak. And Jeremy, of course, is the main owner, and he has also other employees like Ryan Kinnell from RK Outpost and all these other people. But Jeremy did Fitz regain his popularity, bashing the Last Jedi, saying that the Last Jedi is woke and this and all that, and that was more popular. Like that was very popular. Oh crap! I think there's a doorbell rung. Um, yeah, give me a second, guys. Please stay in the chat. I'll be back in a bit. Someone just rung my doorbell. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. So after the Last Jedi stuff, they began calling things woke, and Jeremy at this time wasn't like the most popular grifter. There were still more people that were more popular. Like the quartering gained more popularity off of this. Mecha 42. I mean, Mecha 42 isn't popular, but somewhat known. And then you had all these other accounts becoming popular from the Last Jedi hate. But then the major thing that really hit Jeremy, and now I do want to reiterate that I've always been a movie fan on the internet ever since like around 2012. Around 2012, I've been knowing about movie stuff on the internet. I was pretty young, and so I know what movie fandom is kind of like on YouTube. On YouTube, I'm familiar with how movie fandom has changed. I remember before then nobody ever talked about wokeness or anything like this, but around the time the Last Jedi came out, the Last Jedi caused this thing where now movie fandom was talking about wokeness. Also, we got SR Panman. What's up, SR Panman? But around this time, that kind of became popular. But the peak of this was when the Brie Larson stuff happened. We all know Brie Larson said that quote where she was saying that she doesn't need a straight white man to tell her what they think of a movie. Now, yes, at the time, I actually didn't know who Geeks and Gamers were at the time. But look, it was 2017, it was 2018. And this was when we already knew Brie Larson was going to be Captain Marvel. They had already filmed the movie. But a lot of people began hating Brie Larson, including myself. I, at the time, was like this. And that's when I first saw Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. And that's actually what gained him the biggest popular. That was the thing that changed his life and probably made this all a career for him. Um, and it was all hating on Brie Larson. Like when people look at the roots of the Brie Larson hate train, it all began because of Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and I remember that's what made me a fan of Jeremy at the time, at least. Uh, but then I did more research and I started finding out that what Brie Larson said actually was in fact what she was trying to say is that A Wrinkle in Time is a movie about a black girl who one of the things that happened in the movie is that she's insecure about her hair, and the movie kind of has this nice message about don't be insecure because black women do tend to have that, not at all obviously, but what I'm saying, and again I can't really speak on this topic because obviously this is my situation, but black women to uh, they tend to be insecure about their hair. And the movie had this nice little message, but because overwhelmingly most film critics are white men around the age of 40, 50, Brie Larson was kind of saying, hey, we need more diverse critics and all that. And look, I still criticize Brie Larson on one thing. She did word things poorly. But because of that clip, Jeremy started making hundreds upon hundreds of videos nonstop complaining about Brie Larson. Then that the rest is history. That was the beginning. But yeah, now what it's known is that Geeks and Gamers has become this popular channel where all they do is complain about women, minorities, and anyone really in movies. But anyways, uh, also we have Strange Marvel Theories in chat. What's up, Strange Marvel Theories? But yeah, that's kind of a recap of the Geeks and Gamers stuff. Average amount of the internet says, honestly, the Russo brothers infuriate me because of what they did to the Hulk. They made him a complete joke. Hulk's hits are literal earthquakes. If Taika and Russo brothers didn't make Hulk a joke, Hulk would and destroy Thanos. And no, let's not deny it. I'm actually fine Thanos beat up the Hulk, mainly because Thanos is that powerful. But where was I? Okay. So when it comes to the Hulk topic, you guys know I don't like Professor Hulk. I don't like what they've done with Hulk ever since Endgame. I loved Hulk. I think the Incredible Hulk movies to me is very underrated. I think it is very underrated. Um, it's very underrated. I love Edward Norton. I think he's a much better Bruce Banner, but I still look Mark Ruffalo, and I love that first Avengers movies where Loki's plan required getting Hulk angry, and that plan worked. Uh, and you know, then what happened? Age of Ultron was great. I loved him in Thor Ragnarok. And Thor Ragnarok, he was pretty strong. I mean, yes, he lost his Thor, but Thor is a literal god. So that to me, I'm fine with. And I'm fine that he was talking a little more. I'm completely fine with that. Infinity War, I actually like the concept of Hulk not wanting to come out. That's something that's never been explored in movies. But then Endgame came out. They didn't even show us the transformation of Professor Hulk. It felt forced, it felt unearned. And then Professor Hulk doesn't have any fights. This is a movie with the character of Hulk and there's no action for Hulk. And so that is frustrating me. But no, I understood why Thanos beat up Hulk because it made sense more story-wise. To me, it's the exact same as Wanda defeating the Illuminati really easily. Or not that easily. She did struggle with Monica a bit, but um, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to say. But Isaac, if you eat breads or drink milk, cut way back on milk and bread. No, don't worry, I don't. I actually don't drink milk. I mean, I drink it occasionally, but very little. You'll lose weight at Quebec and noticeable, visible weight loss. Yeah, the bread, I that is something I do need to cut. But I am on a water diet or yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, let me read the rest of the chat. Not this geeks and gamer stuff. Yeah, sorry about that. The Russo Bros wanting direct Secret War scares me. I'm fine with that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not the director's choice. At the end of the day, it's the choice of Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige is the man. Kevin Feige is the one with the power. And if you don't fit in Kevin Feige's plans, then yeah, you can suck it. That's kind of that's something Kevin Feige probably would say. Uh, Thor destroys Hulk any day. The MCU nerfs Thor sometimes. I mean, I don't think they've really nerfed Thor, and Thor's been shown to be very powerful. And I still think I love that scene in Endgame where he has Stormbreaker and he has Mjolnir in both hands, and then he says, "Let's finish him properly this time." I love that scene. I really love that. Quarter pounder. Is it morbing time? You see, SR Panman. It is always morbing time. Isaac has a Geeks and Gamers shirt like Eddie Diaz. Oh my god, yeah, I do. It's one from Enosh from Poindexter Lounge. By the way, everyone smash the like button. It would do us a solid. And if you don't smash the like button, this is gonna be my reaction.
You can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it! He won't.
Anyways, the old Hulk can literally solo the MCU, not gonna lie, but he's a joke nowadays. Haha, look, he's naked, or haha, look, Hulk dabbing is honestly Hulk dabbing was the minute I wanted to walk out of the theater. Although I love Endgame, when Hulk dabbed, I literally just wanted to leave. I wanted to do nothing but leave. I genuinely cringed. I felt secondhand embarrassment, and I wasn't even the one that made the movie. Like I genuinely felt secondhand embarrassment when Hulk dabbed. That was the cringiest thing in that entire movie was Hulk dabbing. And the thing that even made it worse is that dabbing wasn't even popular when the film was being filmed because the film got filmed around 2017, 2018-ish. Dabbing was popular in like 2015, 2016. Yeah. Followers only hate who they follow. Hate, I don't know. Monica Rambeau is OP. She's the only one that stands a chance against Hulk, old Hulk. If we're talking about Incredible Hulk Thor, no, I mean not Thor. Incredible Hulk version of Hulk. No, he wouldn't defeat Thanos. I mean, he is much more stronger than Professor Hulk, but you know, no, Thanos would have still no, because remember the reason why Thanos is look, Thanos isn't stronger than Hulk. That's not the case. They're the same height, they're the same weight, but the thing that makes Thanos much better than Hulk is that Thanos knows combat. Thanos is intelligent. Thanos is incredibly skilled and intelligent, while Hulk is more just punch, punch, punch. And this has always been a thing. Hulk isn't tactics. Hulk isn't strategic. He's more just angry and punch, which makes him very OP. But compared to Thanos, Thanos is already the same weight, same height. But the thing is, Thanos knows combat because look at the fight when Hulk is first punching Thanos, Hulk is just smash, smash, smash. But when Thanos starts hitting, you notice he hits in certain spots. He hits him in certain areas. He hits him in certain positions, and that's kind of what made Thanos defeat Hulk. It wasn't just because he was stronger. It was mainly because Thanos is far more intelligent than Hulk, especially in combat. And we also have to remember that Thanos is far more experienced than Hulk. Hulk has been the Incredible Hulk since around 2008, 2006. I mean 2008 in the MCU timeline. Well, and again, for the longest time, Hulk has always been limited. Like he's always been wanting to limit himself. He never wants to go out or anything like that. Because of course the Hulk story is a demon in the bottle. While Thanos is a mad titan who has genuine experience in beating up anyone that dare comes near him. And he's literally a genocidal maniac who has traveled the galaxy trying to collect stones. And that's why Thanos is far more stronger or far much better than Hulk ever is. Uh like the stream? Heck yeah. Long story short, Brie Larson will never name her baby Jeremy or marry a Jeremy. Oh my god, I still have not seen those poll videos. I don't even know what the heck. Like, are we talking like stripper poll? I don't know. Anyways, Hulk has been in an evolution stage this whole time, regardless if we've wanted him to be OP from the start. Everything has a beginning. Yeah, look, I'm fine with Hulk. I actually love what they did with Hulk up until Infinity War. What I didn't like is that in Endgame, it felt incredibly rushed because they didn't even show you Professor Hulk. He just kind of quickly explained it. And not only that, but Incredible Hulk, he just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't even in the comics. I've never really liked the Professor Hulk storyline. To me, it just felt like they just needed someone to snap, and then that was the only reason. But yeah, it is what it is. And also it felt like they lost that demon in a bottle storyline. Um, let's see. Hulk was in his prime from the Incredible Hulk to Age of Ultron, aka when he wasn't a joke. Look, I will admit, Thor Ragnarok does somewhat neuter him a bit, but not really all that much because he's still shown as very strong. I mean, he fights a giant wolf. He beats a giant wolf in combat. I think that's pretty cool. A giant ass wolf. That to me is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, Yellow Jacket's forgettable, but OP lol. Yeah, Yellow Jacket, the villain in Ant-Man, was pretty forgettable. That's actually something I love that the MCU is kind of doing right now, is that they're improving with villains. We just had Wenwu, which to me is still the best MCU villain we've had. Wenwu, Thanos. Of course, we had the Green Goblin return, Scarlet Witch. We're having such far like that's one thing I criticize about the early stage of Marvel. Also, I see Patrick and Darkstar in the chat. What up, y'all? But that's something that we've also noticed. That the villains have kind of improved. They have much better story arcs. That they feel much more cool. Because to me, some of the best comic book movies always have they always have a good villain that counterparts the hero. But anyways, oh Lord, morbing time. If you hate a film, go make your own. No, it's understandable to hate a film. You don't have to be like a filmmaker to hate a film. To me, what I hate is when you start personally attacking a director. Like the one thing I hate so much about fandom is when people say, "Oh, I could have made a much better." Like anytime anyone talks about The Last Jedi, everyone says, "Oh, I would have made a much better story." Or everyone always uses that bullshit excuse of saying, "Oh, Ryan Johnson isn't a real Star Wars fan." No, Ryan Johnson is a real Star Wars fan. The only thing is You didn't like his movie. He made a movie and you didn't like it. I'm fine if you criticize Ryan Johnson as a director. I cannot stand when people attack someone personally. Like I always hate when people say Zack Snyder doesn't respect the source material. No, he looked at the version of Batman and he made it his own. He brought in his own interpretation. And hey, look, if you don't like it, cool, that's fine. But to say Zack Snyder doesn't understand Batman and he doesn't fully no, no, no. You have no idea how difficult it is to make a movie. All that time, the effort, the millions of dollars being spent, the hundreds of people on set trying to tell you what to do. Making a movie is very difficult. It's not simple. And that's something I can't stand about fandom. It's not that the directors don't understand the characters. It's that you just didn't like that particular story. And we also have to remember that characters always have different versions. So it's not like there's one version of Batman. There's not one version of Superman. There's multiple versions. Directors will take inspiration from certain storylines and then they'll make it their own, you know? And that's kind of why I'm fine with variety of characters. You know, I love Pattinson's Batman. I love Christian Bale's Batman. I like Ben Affleck's Batman. I love them all, but they're all very different from each other. But yeah, but no, I do disagree on this. I mean, I'll always encourage people to make films. I'll just say I just can't stand when fans are so entitled, saying, "Oh, I would have made a better movie." No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't have. Like, if I guarantee you that all the people who hate the Last Jedi, and look, I'm fine if people hate the Last Jedi. There are things in the Last Jedi I didn't like. Like one of them is the Casino Planet stuff. The Casino Planet stuff was horrible, but overall, looking at it overall in general, uh, you know, you wouldn't have made a better film than the Last Jedi. You maybe could have thought of it, but there's a difference between. I mean, it's easier said than done. You know. That's what I'm saying. Because making movies is incredibly. Why do you think making movies takes over a year? It takes almost a year, or not over a year, but some movies do. But um, most movies take a long span of time. But yeah, oh Lord, morbing time. Hi Isaac and everyone. Why so serious? Oh my God, I love that line. Where was I? Hulk dabbing was the way for Marvel to gain revenue from normies. Apparently, the film companies think normies are more than a revenue stream. Even normies don't like dabbing anymore. Like, I don't know anyone who told me that they loved Hulk dabbing or they found it funny, but it is what it is. Antonio says Russo's made Civil War decent. The comic was more atrocious than my high school grades. Oh my God, I just remembered yesterday you said that you didn't like you didn't like the Civil War comic storyline. I love this Captain America Civil War, and I love the comic book storyline. I like how different they are too, because again, I don't want to see copy and paste. You know, not everything has to be Watchmen. You know, some things can just be different from whatever story it is. I honestly don't really care. Um, but it is what it is. Anyways, um, yeah, Hulk is a raging machine. Where was I? Crap. Why? There's so many comments. Holy crap. Edward Norton is good in Fight Club. Dude, I loved Edward Norton in Fight Club, man. I love Fight Club. You guys want to hear my quick review for Fight Club? Okay, so here's my review. My review is number one rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. There you go. There's my review. Anyways, just show Hulk professor and Hulk dabbing, and you'll go berserk. Hulk dabbing in general is cringe, man. Even anyone dabbing now is cringe. Thanos is cursed with knowledge. Agreed. And also we have Arkham Gaming in the chat. What's up, Arkham Gaming? I see you in the chat. Um, Hulk got demolished by Zeus in the comics. He should lose to gods or cosmic beings. To be honest, I'm fine if he beats them, but it makes more sense if gods do defeat Hulk. Like Thor defeating Hulk makes sense story wise. And especially Zeus defeating Hulk. That makes sense. But anyways, it's as ridiculous as Batman beating Superman or Darkseid. Yeah, realistically, Batman should never be able to beat Superman or Darkseid. But again, it's just for fun. I don't really care. Yeah, the character development was off screen. Yeah, that was frustrating. Uh, Crap. I need to get to the chat. By the way, I don't want the stream to be too long. I might end it at the hour 30-minute mark. Right now we're at the 53rd minute. So we'll probably go over like 40 minutes at maximum. But yeah, this is being a fun stream. I'm surprised how many people are joining, but again, it is Memorial Day. So yeah. Anyways, I think Batman could beat the Hulk. I mean, realistically, Batman can beat anyone. I mean, we all know the old saying, Batman with prep time can beat anyone, which realistically would be impossible. Honestly, I'm fine with it because Batman is my favorite fictional character of all time. I mean, realistically, Batman could beat him, but it would take prep time. If Batman was to just meet Hulk automatically, maybe he would lose. But if Hulk, I mean not Hulk, if Batman has prep time, he would defeat Hulk. He would, um, mainly because Batman, Batman, Batman would because remember Batman has plans on how to defeat Flash, Wonder Woman, Superman, obviously Superman, and everyone really he has plans. And I think with Hulk, he would have to map out his strategies. He would have to find out what's his weak spots and everything. And yeah, also he probably would call Natasha. Let's not deny it. He would call Natasha and be like, "Hey, yo, could you be here to help calm him down?" That's probably one thing Batman would do because Batman, at the end of the day, doesn't just want to kick the crap out of everyone. At the end of the day, he wants the best for everyone. Also, of course, Dark Star's in the chat. What's up, Dark Star? Um, Infinity War Hulk was not Hulk. To be fair, he only showed up at the beginning. It was Bruce Banner and inundated with Gamma and bulked up. All right, let's see. Always remember says World War Hulk or other OP Hulk could beat Batman's ass, but ordinary Hulk, I don't think so. I mean, I'll always just say this: Batman with prep time can really beat anyone. But yeah, realistically, World War Hulk, or really most Hulks, should be able to beat Batman. But with prep time, Batman probably could find a way. Would Ghost Rider be able to beat Wanda in Multiverse of Madness? I don't know, really. Depends. I don't know. I don't know. But honestly, Ghost Rider is one of my favorite characters of all time. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh crap! I need to drink some water. I'm already thirsty. Where was I? What comment was I? Always remember says, yeah, but I don't think Disney won't make Ghost Rider movie or show very well. I mean, why not? I think they can do it well. I think they can. And again, it's not Disney making the movie. Disney only finances. It's obviously it's more Marvel. It's a Kevin Feige thing. But yeah, instead of making an Ironheart series and Armor War series, we should get maybe a 16 plus or 14 plus Midnight Sun series. I'm fine with doing really anything. Just make it good. I'm like that's kind of what I've always believed in. I don't mind the characters or actors. Just give me a good story, honestly. But yeah. Patrick says Isaac agree. Fandom in general, yeah, fandom can be very toxic. My problem with fandom is mainly entitlement. Like one thing, look, you guys know I'm a big Zack Snyder fan. I love the Zack Snyder DCU, but I cannot stand when Snyder fans start saying things like, "Oh, we deserve it. We are entitled to it. We need the Snyder cut." And we are the fans, and you aren't listening to the fans. Okay, I'll say this to all those. And again, I'm somebody who wants the Snyderverse restored, but my message to those people is you have to understand that this is an investment. At the end of the day, show business, not show friends. This is literally companies investing millions upon millions of dollars. And so I can understand why they aren't why the Snyder cut may not, or not Snyder cut, the Snyderverse may not be restored. And we are not entitled to anything. We are not entitled to anything. We are not owed anything. We are not entitled to anything. They show us entertainment. And if we like it, we invest our money. Their investment becomes our investment. It's like, for example, this is the same if, like, for example, let's say you're a Marvel fan. And you watching all the MCU movies, and then Thor: Love and Thunder shows up. And let's say you don't watch the movie because you thought the trailer looked awful. Let's use that example. If you don't go watch the movie and you don't pay your ticket, the people at Marvel are going to tell you, no, you owe us your money. We are entitled to your money because you promised us that you pay for your movie ticket and you come watch our movie. We are entitled to it. No, as a fan, you would be like, no, I don't owe you money. Because of again, it's an investment. It's investment. Most people don't want to pay $12 to go watch a movie. Obviously, most people don't want to go pay to go watch a movie. So the same thing happens with these companies. Because we have to remember that these investments, they're not just the rich people, the 5 producers who are rich millionaires. This is literally hundreds upon thousands of people working on a specific product. Even and it's not like everyone in Hollywood's rich. In fact, very few people in Hollywood are actually rich. There's a lot of actors who are struggling to pay their bills. It's a famous saying that in LA, if you're at a restaurant, it's 99% chance that the waiter working at the restaurant is a struggling actor or actress. You know what I mean? Um, and that's the thing I don't like. Like, I can't stand when people are like, "Oh, we are owed the Snyder." And look, I'm somebody who wants a Snyderverse. You guys know my favorite movie of all time is Zack Snyder's Justice League, but we are not owed anything. We are not entitled to anything because at the end of the day, it is not our money. It is not our. It's not ours to own. It's not ours to own. At the end of the day, these companies, if it makes the money, they're gonna do that. And we can't forget that it's not like, and again, I'm the same guy who made a 30-minute video, around 30-minute video saying that the Snyderverse was successful financially. I'm the same person who did that. But at the end of the day, if they see the hit that they wanted to, then they're going to change something up. I cannot stand when people say the fans are owed something. No, the fans aren't owed anything. The only thing we're owed is good content. That's the only thing we're owed. Realistically, that's really the only thing we're owed is good content. We're not owed specific things. We are not owed anything. We are not spoiled man babies. Okay? And I'm fine if you're putting, I mean, I'm doing the same thing. I'm saying I'm supporting the Restore the Snyderverse movement. I'm wanting these movies to get brought back. I want Justice League Part 2 more than anyone else. Also, I see CJH in the chat. What's up, CJH? My fellow Canadian homie. I'm just kidding. But we are not owed anything. These companies are investing incredible large amount of money. And remember, it's not like they have a vault of millions of dollars. No, they have to use that money to support their employees, supporting everyone involved. The thousands of people working in their company. They're paying them back, obviously. And it's not like they have a vault of millions of dollars. No, they have to basically get people to invest. And it's the thing. People make it sound like it's easy. And not only that, but even with Zack Snyder is busy making Rebel Moon right now. Zack Snyder's busy with his Netflix deal. So even then, like, it's going to be difficult to even get Zack Snyder involved. But anyways, Antonio says, I'm not a fan of most anti-heroes, to be honest. I only like Venom and Wolverine because I grew up watching them in movies or cartoons. That's understandable. I like the anti-hero storyline. I really do. But I understand that. Doesn't Rhea still dab lol? Wait, are we talking about Rhea, the one on YouTube? I guess so. I don't know. Even Marvel Ultimate Alliance did the Civil War story better than the comics, lol. And also we have Arkham Gaming in the chat. What's up, Arkham? Oh my god. The bot websites. Everyone who's in the chat who's a mod, please ban and block that account. Antonio's so cool. In every stream he says the comic Civil War Iron Man is bad in Civil War, and then he leaves. What a chat. Oh my god. Antonio's a Sigma man. Holy crap, everyone's talking about Antonio. I disagree, but that's my opinion. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Where was it? Oh yeah, he called Lois and Zack Snyder's Justice League lol. Yeah. Peter Griffin's most OP. Thanos Copter versus Peter Copter. Oh my god. But anyways. Lol, Snyderverse people are crazy as F. They need help. I mean, I do think for the most part the Snyder fandom is very good and positive. I've met wonderful people in the fandom. I do think there are parts of this fandom that have ruined the rest of the fandom, that's embarrassed us and made us look bad. There's a lot of toxic fandom. And my biggest problem with the Snyder fandom is a lot of the fans aren't acknowledging the toxicity within it. It's crazy. It's just crazy to me. And when I called it out, I was called anti-Snyder. I still don't, till this day, don't know why I'm considered anti. Like I think the most devastating time I had on YouTube was when I saw some of my old subscribers saying that I'm a fake Snyder fan and that I'm only using it for clicks, which disappointed me. But yeah, for there's this minority on the fandom that has ruined the rest of it, and one of the problems is the fan entitlement. There is an entitlement, and I always hate when people use the bullshit excuse of saying, "Oh, but Henry Cavill wants to return," or Ben Affleck wants to return. Oh, Zack Snyder wants to return. It's not their choice because it's not them investing the money. And I'm saying this as a outside perspective, but yeah, it is what it is. Hold up, sorry. I'm a Snyder fan, and I don't feel entitled to anything, especially for more of Zack's movies. Yeah, I agree. We are not entitled to anything. We are not entitled to anything, even in life. We are not entitled. The only thing we're really entitled to when it comes to movies is we're entitled to good entertainment. That's the only thing we're entitled to. Other than that, we're not the ones investing our money. And again, I use the same thing for fans. Most of us. I mean, there are movies we're not going to watch every movie because we're not those studios are not owed our money. They're owed our money once we go watch the movie because we pay for a ticket and everything like that. But it is what it is. First Justice League was way better than funny Flash falls on Wonder Woman boobs. Oh my god, that line's so cringe. I mean, not line. That scene was so cringe, man. All I have to say to spoiled entitled people is, in the words of Bane, victory has defeated you. I will admit, the Snyder fandom, I do believe, got far more toxic once the Snyder Cut got released. Because that's the thing. The Snyder fandom was far better before the Snyder Cut came out. I'll say that straight up. I've been a Snyder fan since around 2018. I remember early 2018. I learned about the whole story, what was going on, um, and uh, we when I learned about that, I wanted the Snyder Cut to be released. Obviously, because I'm a big lover of Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel. I think Zack Snyder is a tremendous director, um, and you know, I I love I love I love the Zack Snyder DCU, and I wanted the Snyder Cut to be released. And our fandom was very positive. We were supporting the movement, we were supporting the movie, and then eventually we got it. Because the reason why the Snyder Cut got released is that Snyder fans were spreading that story of Autumn Snyder passing away, and then Warner Brothers screwing over Zack Snyder, and having Joss Whedon interfere, having Jeff Johns interfere, and a lot of people sympathize with the Snyder fandom. And there was even a lot of Snyder and people who didn't like the Snyder movies. There's a lot of people who hated the Zack Snyder movies now supporting the Snyder Cut movement because we were spreading love, we were spreading positivity, and not only that, but most of the Snyder fandom, I mean, was raising money for charity, and we were doing so good. Um, but once the Snyder Cut got released, it's like people were entitled, and the entitlement fucked us up. It ruined the rest of it. It caused a shift. It caused a massive turn, and I do believe the reason why it caused a massive turn is because a lot of these Snyder accounts, what started happening is that the Snyder accounts were now starting to attack Warner Bros. Specifically. What they were doing is harassing and basically treating Warner Bros. Poorly, treating everyone poorly, and kind of being. It was like this victim mentality, and it no longer became positive. It became now harass people who dare even call out the fandom. And yes, the anti-Snyder fandom is bad. Trust me, I've called it out. I literally called out Matt Jarbo a couple weeks ago. But we also caused that anti-Snyder fandom. We caused it because of our poorness. And one of the major problems is a lot of these Snyder accounts don't ever want to acknowledge that a problem. Because I do think a small part of them believes that toxicity is going to help, but it's not. Because the reason why the Snyder Cut it came out is because the fandom united, and the fandom were able to get people from the other side to support. And that's the reason why the Snyder Cut ever came out. But now we're doing the opposite. Now we're turning people down. There are even Snyder fans who don't even want the Snyderverse restored now. There are literal Snyder fans who don't want the Snyderverse restored anymore because of how poorly the fandom has acted. But it is what it is. But yeah, sorry if I went on that little rant. But yeah, my favorite movie of all time is Interstellar. Oh, that's awesome. I love Interstellar. I think Christopher Nolan's great. Crap, hold up. I'm gonna take out my headphones because my ears need a little bit of rest, but also my hair keeps getting in my face. But some film fans are escapists who want a perfect world that wasn't given to them in real life. Yeah, people are fans of movies for certain reasons. At the end of the day, movies are experience. The reason why I always say the famous line, movies are subjective, is because movies specifically are experiential events at the end of the day. At the end of the day, movies are just experiences. For example, some people feel a certain way when there's a story about cancer. Some people feel a certain way about stories about fatherhood or motherhood. Some people feel certain ways about action movies, comedies. And there's nothing wrong with liking a movie, even if it's an unpopular movie or even if it's you're hating a popular movie. Whatever it is, all film is subjective. It's actually the one thing I can't stand is when people this always happens in movie reviews. When there's a review for a movie, you'll have like somebody saying, "Oh, this movie's objectively good or objectively bad." That right there is actually factually incorrect because when you say objective, you're going to have to be able to measure it. You're going to have to be able to measure that opinion, you know? And opinions aren't objective. Opinions are literally based on nothing besides that person's perspective. For example, a good way to use objective is this TV is bigger than that TV. Like if you have a 30-inch TV and your friend has a 55-inch TV, objectively that 55-inch TV is obviously bigger. There's no debating that because by measurement and by research and everything, that other movie is bigger. I mean, not movie. That other TV is bigger than this other TV. So obviously that's objective. But when it comes to two movies, let me use two movies: Deadpool and Pineapple Express. I don't know, random movies. Pineapple Express and Deadpool. Uh, those two movies. When you say you like one more than the other, you're going based on opinion. You're going based on opinion. When you say you think Deadpool is better than Pineapple Express, you're going based off solely opinion, which is good. But when you say Deadpool is objectively better than Pineapple Express, you have nothing to measure that. You have nothing to measure it. There is no fact to it. Even if you say, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds had better acting than James Franco," okay, how do you measure that? And you say because I think their acting is better. That right there is already you're contradicting yourself because now you're going based on opinion. It's actually why you can. It's actually why I don't like when people say movies are objective because they aren't. Movies are based on solely opinion. Even critics, like Morbius, got very bad reviews. I'm fine with that, but there's still 15%, so it's not like it's objectively bad. And also, Antonio, I'm gonna read Antonio's comment right here, which I see. He says you can have some objective thoughts on a movie. For the most part, it's subjective. I agree. We'd have to like there are some objective things. Like for example, if a movie's 2 hours, then objectively the movie's 2 hours. That's something objective. What isn't objective is if you say I think this movie should be 2 hours and 10 minutes. That right there is based on opinion, so that's subjective. But if you are saying this movie's 2 hours because it is 2 hours, then that is objectively a 2 hour movie. That's something uh, that is something that is objective. But there's almost nothing objective about movies. Very few things. Like for example, if this movie has Hugh Jackman, then that movie objectively has Hugh Jackman. That's something that can be proven. But if it's something like I think Hugh Jackman has a better performance in this movie than Jessica Chastain, that right there is based on opinion, right there. But for the most part, movies are subjective. Uh, Also, we got this interesting comment. Oh my god, I'm just. Oh my god. Where was I? I am a fan of Logan and will not watch the Logan movie because it's like saying goodbye. Oh my god, I've actually never heard that, but that's an interesting perspective. Um, yeah. Anyways, Jesus Christ, I can't get rid of the bot. Yeah, I don't know how there's so many bots. Like YouTube needs to fix that, honestly. And it's not just a YouTube issue too. It's also oh wait, let me actually answer Antonio's comment right here. It says are plot holes objective or subjective? I mean, the idea of having a plot hole is objective. Like for example, if there's a movie where one character gets killed off, but within 20 minutes they're back and there's no explanation, that is objectively a plot hole. What isn't objective is whether you care about the plot hole. Like you can't say this movie is objectively bad because of the plot hole. No, that's more based on opinion. That's like but if we are saying like the idea of having a plot hole in a movie, that is objective. Like that's fact. Like for example, one plot hole in Morbius is that Vulture shows up in the post credit even though the spell was to return the villains to their proper universe. That was objectively a plot hole in Morbius. But what is subjective about it is whether or not you like the post credit. Like that's subjective. But yeah, like the idea of having that is objective, but to like it or not like it, that, like, for example, let's say there's a movie that you hated that had a plot hole, like a major one. It's subjective to like it or not like it. That is subjective, but everything else, that's objective. I think I made it clear. I don't know. I think that's one way to answer it. Um, Anyways, he said dark web. Who's Josh? Oh, Josh is this guy we've had on the chat. His channel name is Josh032. He's always in the chat, dropping some hot takes. But yeah, that's who Josh is. He's not here right now, but he'll probably appear within the next 10 minutes. I guarantee you. Yeah. And Strange One Theory says, I'm entitled only to my own self and not someone or something else. Agreed. Yeah. And again, when it comes to movies, the only thing you're owed is a good movie. That's the only thing you're really owed. You're not owed a Zack Snyder movie. You're not owed a Christopher Nolan movie. You're owed a good movie. That's the only thing you're owed. And also, you're owed whatever the trailer promised. Like, for example, Thor Love and Thunder is promising this good, fun movie where Gore the God Butcher is the villain, Zeus will show up. But then when you go watch the movie, let's say Gore doesn't show up, and let's say Gore doesn't show up or Zeus doesn't show up, then yeah, that right there, I understand getting mad at that because then that's false marketing. But obviously, that's not going to happen because it's Christian Bale and Russell Crowe. There is a bot in Isaac's Mecha video. Oh, I actually didn't know that, but thank you for deleting the comment, man. That means a lot. But yeah, also to all the moderators, when it comes to comments, only delete them if they're bots, only bots, or if someone's harassing. I don't know, something like that. But Isaac and his friends love BVS. Actually, most of my friends hate BVS, or the ones that are DC fans. Like one of my best friends. So I'll see if I have him here. So I have this list. So this isn't the final. This is an old list I have of the members who are supporting our channel. So the top left corner, Pedro Bonilla. He's actually a very close friend of mine. Like we're like close. Like I literally hung out with him yesterday, and he hates the Batman killing thing. And I've actually debated with him about Batman killing. By the way, we're not going to get into that because I know that gets into big discussion. But he didn't like BVS, and even I also have another friend who his favorite movie is Watchmen, and he didn't like BVS, and we got into a big debate. But yeah, most people I know in person don't like BVS. Most, yeah. I used to love BVS, but I realized it's kind of a dumb movie. I still love BVS. To me, BVS is a phenomenal masterpiece. But I understand it's all subjective, as long as we come into agreement that film is subjective. But yeah. Hey, I love to more than we're in. Instead of horny bots, we should get Morbius bots. Heck yeah, we need Morbius bots. Especially Deadpool in that movie. Did you just call me a blob? I don't know. Antonio says, Isaac, you made a video on your second channel. That's cool. Oh yeah. I also have another video that I need to upload. But yeah, I did upload my first video. It was talking about Ethan Klein from the H3 podcast because he said something really stupid. You can go check that out on my channel called Better All Call Isaac. Something that's cool. I first put the name Better Call Isaac. My fear was that all that would pop up is Better Call Saul, the show. But I'm actually surprised that I'm literally the first and only result when it comes to that. It's funny. Darkstar says, yeah, I'm amongst the other Snyder fans who don't want the Snyders to be restored anymore because of toxic people. And of course, restoring someone who wears a mask. And hey, look, I understand I understand your perspective. Everyone's free to have their opinion. I still want the Snyderverse restored more than anyone. I am going to still support the fandom. Of course, still make videos. I'm still supporting the fandom. But there is that toxic side of the fandom has ruined it, even for Snyder fandom. It's embarrassed us. And yeah, about that certain guy who wears a mask. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into him. I've already exposed him. But yeah, he's a part of that toxic side. I would say he's actually far more than just toxic. He's actually a genuine, disgusting human being who, honestly, if you're a subscriber of his, I would actually start questioning why you subscribe to him, but it is what it is. Isaac, will you ever make a podcast because your streams are kind of like podcasts? I like to consider my streams podcast. I like to consider them podcast. But it depends the definition, because to me, what podcast means is long form content, mainly discussion audio wise. And I feel like that's what I'm kind of doing right now. I'd probably never have a specific full on podcast, but that's about it. But anyways, you can have some objective. Oh wait, I already read that. Deadpool versus Pineapple Express is like comparing apples to oranges. I mean, they are different movies. They are different movies, but they're movies regardless. And my my perspective was more coming from any two movies really. It's all subjective. But anyways, um, where was I? All right, where was I? Crap. Okay, so where was I? Okay, Average Man says, "Bro, Isaac, the dude in the Mecca video section who reported you for harassment, doesn't make sense since she's literally being racist and posted a really bad thing about the Texas shooting." Well, yeah, I was surprised. My assumption is he's a big fan, or she, I don't know, whoever this person is. But so I did get a comment on my Mecca video saying that I got reported for harassment, which really isn't going to do anything. The only way reports actually work is if it's like hundreds upon thousands of people reporting you. And I'm a small nobody cares about channel. The video itself only has like a little over 200 views. But I was a little surprised, but not all that surprised because he's probably a Mecca random simp. Which honestly, I don't know how you report someone who's calling out racism and genuine. And not only that, but this is literally the same girl. By the way, I believe she got banned off of Twitter. I believe that's what happened. Crap, something fell, but I believe she got banned off of Twitter. But yeah, I was surprised by that comment. It's funny because I was literally criticizing her racism. She literally called black people darkies, and she was wondering why. She was wondering why people were calling her racist. Honestly, I would love to debate her. I doubt she would. Uh, I doubt she would because she obviously is a loser who can't take different opinions. But it is what it is. Uh, yes, film is subjective. There are about many subjects. Isaac who wears a mask. Oh, we're talking about a specific guy. I'm not gonna get into that rabbit hole. If you want, you can like message Antonio or something. He'll kind of tell you the whole rundown. I don't really want to talk about him. I mean, I've already exposed him, but we're talking about the specific guy. Yeah, but so no, we're talking about a specific guy. We're not talking about like wearing mask. We're not talking about like wearing a mask. Obviously, pandemic or anything. I don't know, but yeah, we're talking about this one guy who's in the Snyder fandom who has literally harassed people, has made fake accounts just to harass people, who's genuinely used homophobic slurs on his video. He's made fun of suicide. I'm not gonna get into that, but it is what it is. Mainly because it did cause something personal in my life, or at least on the YouTube side. But it is what it is. But it is what it is. Where is it? I looked at his channel and he uploads videos in which he plays video games with his son. So that's kind of weird to be some. Oh, I didn't even see his channel. Let me actually pull up that comment. Not on my computer though. But hold up. Where was I? What was the person's name? There's this person who commented on my video saying that they were gonna report me, or they reported me for harassment already. I believe his name is Mark Payton. And he said, "You just got reported for harassment." My response to him was literally just "thank you." Let's see. So it's holy crap, it's this middle-aged man who uploads nothing but his kids. Why is he reporting? Oh my god. I mean, this guy's probably a white supremacist. Let's not even deny it. That guy probably is a white supremacist. Yeah, yeah, that guy's probably a white supremacist. He got mad that I said that using the N-word is bad. Because I did say that in my video. I said that in the video. In the video, I said that using the word darkies towards black people is basically just it's just a way of saying the N-word without saying the N-word, And it's funny because I criticize that actual opinion, but this white supremacist moron probably, that he's probably mad that he can't call people the N-word. now, or at least now, because it is now societally unaccepted. Even back in 2016, YouTubers were allowed white YouTubers were allowed to literally say the hard R N word and no one would care. Of course, times have changed, but that word also has a lot of history. And I said in my video that, of course, since now you can't use that word, uh, now since you can't use that word, it resulted into using the darkies word. And I can guarantee you that guy probably uses the N word in his personal life. He probably he's probably that kind of. I can guarantee you this Mark Payne guy. I can guarantee you that he probably goes to stores and when he sees minorities minding their business, he probably the first thing he wants to do is call the cops. I can guarantee you that. And he probably does have a Confederate flag in his home. But anyways, oh my god. I mean, he is the guy who's reporting me for harassment. I mean, what did I do besides call her out for racism? And not only that, but she also said that it was fine to send sexually soliciting images to someone who just turned 18 while pulling up an image of that girl when they were 17, saying that she's fair game. So Macarena 42, all I say is she deserves to she deserves to be deplatformed. She doesn't deserve to have any social media. In fact, she deserves to be exposed. And she started complaining. So Macarena 42 on Twitter started complaining about how people were they're basically making fun of her dead mom. And look, I'm somebody who never would do that, and I didn't even do that in my video. But look, if you're making fun of somebody's daughter's suicide, and then saying that girls are fair game even when they're under the age of 18, and then saying such racially motivated stuff like that, at the end of the day, I have no sympathy. So if people make fun of your dead mom, I honestly don't care. I'm not saying they should, but I just don't care because you've shown you're a piece of shit human being, and clearly you deserve no sympathy. You clearly don't. But it is what it is. Um. Oh, sorry if I brought. I'm sorry if I said Antonio. I don't know. Antonio knows a lot about the lore. You can message him individually if you want, or someone else. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it. But also, and yeah, to clarify, it's not Mad Max. For those who don't know who Mad Max is, he's a good friend of mine on YouTube. Mad Max, the Mandalorian. His channel name is Movie Madness and Entertainment. This is me and him meeting up. I'm just kidding. But no, I'm talking about this other guy who does like solely only Snyder videos. But it is what it is. Uh, um, Harassment, aka intelligent opinions. Yeah, it is crazy. And yeah, he probably has a Confederate flag. In fact, he's probably mad that I'm Hispanic. I can guarantee you that if this wasn't public internet stuff, he probably would have told me to go back to my country or something like that. I can kind of guarantee you that. But it is what it is. Do you think it's intelligent to harass and dox people? Nobody deserves to be doxxed at all. Nobody. The only people who do is if you do commit a genuine crime. Like, for example, I would say Mecha Random doesn't deserve to be doxxed nor harassed. I mean, calling out her racism, but nobody deserves to be doxxed unless you did commit a genuine crime. But it is what it is. Um, isn't it odd that some people's minds are wired to take pleasure in hateful words and actions, and in their mind it's normal and justified? Yeah, it's crazy, but in this world, there's always terrible people, and there's always gonna be terrible people who don't care about others, and yeah, he's probably a grift. That guy who said that he reported me for harassment. And if he watches this stream, which I doubt he is, because I didn't even know the guy prior. I can guarantee you that if he watches this, he's gonna say that he's gonna say that I'm harassing him. Mark Payne, I don't care. I'm gonna say your name. If you're reporting me for harassment, then I'm gonna call you out. And if you're mad that I called out actual racist bullshit, I have nothing to tell you. But wake up, go touch some grass. Maybe actually learn about life, learn about society, and maybe instead of defending a racist, sexist piece of shit, maybe you can just touch grass. I don't know. I'm gonna be racist. Why is Macarena for pink? I mean, I don't know. White people get pink marks much quicker. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't care, honestly. Anyways, Isaac, for the life of me, I tried finding Mad Max's guy's channel and I can't. We aren't talking about him, but if you want to know his channel is called Movie Madness and Entertainment, and you should be seeing a guy with a Doctor Doom mask. And yeah, it's not him. I mean, Max watches my videos. We're good friends. I've been on his streams before, many of his streams. He's been on the chat sometimes, but it is what it is. All I heard was harassing ducks. That's just wrong. I don't know about that. I honestly don't know what that means. No mercy on the fool. Yeah, look, I'm not asking to harass people. I'm not doxing them or anything. All I'm saying is, hey, look, if you're reporting me for calling out racism, then I'm going to publicly, and not only that, but you put out a public comment saying that you're going to report me. I mean, in that video, I was literally I literally brought up proof and evidence. But it is what it is. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end off the stream. I'm gonna end the stream off. This has been a fun stream, fun Memorial Day stream. It was honestly great to see you guys. Strange Model Theories, Antonio, Average Man, Patrick. We have a lot of people here in the chat. This was a great stream. And also, wait, hold up. I just missed a comment. There's a comment I missed that I want to bring up. Where is it? It was something about Euphoria. I skipped it. I didn't even. Crap, I lost it. I don't know, but I am gonna end the stream off. I'm gonna end. I think it was Patrick that put it, but yeah, the stream was an hour 30 minutes. I'm sorry if I ended off quick, and sorry for not bringing people. I just wanted to make a quick stream, for the fun of it. But yeah, this was a fun stream, guys. Thank y'all for making it fun, because at the end of the day, it's not me who makes without you guys, this channel would be nothing. Because literally, I'm a small, nobody cares about person. But really, at the end of the day, it's you guys that make this channel the way it is. You guys are the ones supporting us. I do want to thank all the members right now, because I forgot to thank them at the beginning. For those wondering, the members are people who are supporting us financially. They're currently supporting us. They basically pay me 99 cents a month, supporting us financially. And when you support us financially, all the money is invested towards the channel, whether it's camera equipment, microphones, or anything, because we are trying to produce as much content as we can. So I want to list them off. And also, you're giving a shout out in almost every video I have, or in every stream. So I want to give them a quick shout out right now to my members, who I have a list, which you can hear the piece of paper right here in the back. But so we have Pedro Bonilla, Rhea, BK Dan, Lit Alex, the CJH, Mad Max, Ashley the Widow, Daniel Martin, and Strange Model Theories. I want to thank, and by the way, Strange Model Theories is in the chat. I do want to thank them for becoming members, and if you want to become a member, there's a join button. I don't really have any exclusive stuff for members, so I apologize for that. But what you receive from being a member, you receive a shout out. You receive received a big shout out credit. I always bring you up, and again, it's really cheap, 99 cents a month. But honestly, it's the only way to support this. I mean, you guys are supporting the channel, even if you're not supporting us financially. Even then, you're still watching the videos. There's ad revenue towards that. Smashing the like button supports. Even just being in the comments, like that in and of itself. So I do want to thank all of you, Average Man, Arkham Gaming, everyone in the chat. Always remember. So I want to thank all of you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. It was a great pleasure to see all of you guys in the wonderful world, or in the wonderful multiverse of movies. And when I end off the stream, I'm going to play this clip, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
I'm a superhero! I'm a motherfucking super...